In a last-ditch effort, numerous parents have assembled outside the Education Department headquarters in Polokwane, striving to secure late admissions for their children. Amid the predicament of rejection letters from schools, some parents are now navigating the appeals process. The Limpopo Department of Education is currently contending with a shortage of space in public schools, particularly in Polokwane and in Tzaneen. Our reporter Katlego Nyoni is closely monitoring the situation. Let's turn to him now for an update. Katlego, a good morning to you. I imagine some very frustrated parents that you're seeing there.
Certainly, quite a number of parents at the Petersburg Circuit here in Polokwane are frustrated. They are, of course, looking for space for their children. These are late applications. And, of course, parents who have received rejection letters have been asked to appeal those decisions. We know that schools are opening on Wednesday. For some final parents, this is a last-ditch attempt in order to try and secure space for their children. Many that we spoke to have expressed their frustration. I'm going to speak to some of them right now. One of them, rather. Thabo, thank you very much for joining us on SABC News. Just take us through what happened when you arrived at the circuit office and what you've been told by officials here.
Thank you for talking to me. The officials here have been giving us a little bit of mixed information. We are concerned. Since I arrived this morning, I wanted to appeal my child's application where I applied for him last year in a school near our residential area, but unfortunately we never even received a regret letter. We didn't receive any information from the department or from the school, and this year coming back trying to figure out where must my child go. I've been sent from pillar to post. I've been to the school and back to the department. This is my second trip this morning, and when I returned I was told that I wasn't registered on some list that is going to allow me to enter, so I had to start from scratch again. There's a lot of confusion. It's cloudy, it's about to rain, and the parents are very disgruntled, of course, because all of us have got different concerns, and it seems like the department every year is failing to keep up with the needs of schools in the town, in Polokwane town. We are always frustrated every year. It would be great to find a place where at least when you come to the department you get one communication and you get instructed on what to do, and that actually ends up helping you, because every time we get sent from pillar to post, I'm not even sure whether my son is going to be placed today or when he's going to be placed, because they have told us that there are parents that were appealed last year, they're still back again today, which means those that are appealing today are going to be further down on the list, and those ones that appealed last year have to come back on the 22nd of January. Schools would have already started by then. It's very frustrating.
So you obviously as a parent are worried that your child might miss out on the first few days after the schools reopen.
He's already missing out, Katlego, because the school he initially wanted to be admitted at, they started with the grade 8s on Monday. So the grade 8s who were initially accepted, they started on Monday and they've already started with their orientation, so he's already missing out. And I'm only going to wonder if he gets only accepted by the 28th, it's going to be rather unfortunate, especially because we were number 48 on the application list. We don't even know why was he not accepted. We have not been given any information. So we are very, very sad. My son is at home as I speak right now. He's texting me almost every 10 minutes trying to find out why is he not getting space.
Thank you. Naledi, that's one of the parents, essentially saying that her son, missed out on the first few days of school at the school that he goes to. Although schools have not opened officially, some schools have invited learners to come in early, mentioning there that the communication from the department officials is a bit scattered and they're not able to get proper information. But I'm going to now speak, Naledi, to the spokesperson for the Education Department in Limpopo, that's Mike Maringa. Mr. Maringa, thank you for allowing to speak to us. First of all, these are quite a high number of parents, and they're frustrated. What are you telling them? What are your officials telling them?
Good morning to you and to the viewers. Let me indicate that the people that you see here, some of them have been here before we close for the festive season. They are well aware of what is happening. Let me just clarify the process that we have undertaken to ensure that we don't have the stampede that we have observed in the past. This process started in May, and our main concern was grade R1 and 8, where we received 9,700 applications, and I can confirm to you that 6,700 were accepted. in the schools. We declined about 2,800 because of falsified documents, fraudulent documents, people giving us the proof of address that is handwritten, people who are not residing in Polokwane, in the city. They are considering these schools as schools of choice. So majority of those that are here are part of those we have appealed. Out of the 2,800 that we have declined, we got over 800 appeals that we started processing in November. We have already started placing the learners, but we have also issued a circular to say if we've got parents who are relocating to Limpopo, who are moving from one district to the other, today and tomorrow is specifically and strictly for them to ensure that their children are placed at school. But we are also saying we are seeing people who were supposed to be here on the 17th as part of the late appeals and those that are coming to apply for the first time. So we are saying we will address them. Each and every learner who resides in Polokwane will definitely be placed in school come the learning time.
I spoke to a parent earlier. You've mentioned that some parents who may have relocated from different towns and are coming to register their kids at schools in Polokwane will be attended to today. But yet I spoke to a parent who had just relocated from Tebeha and is saying that she's not been assisted. She was told to return here on the 22nd. What do you know about that?
Those that are relocating to Polokwane, what we do, we need the documentation, because remember, if you are relocating for work purpose, we'll need your appointment letter to say you are appointed to work at the SABC. This is your starting date at the SABC. We need to consider the proper documentation that must come. As soon as it is handed in, they must also give us space to analyze the documents and also to verify, so that we are sure that we are placing correct learners who are now residing within the city of Polokwane.
Yet we see this challenge each and every single year. Is the problem perhaps a shortage of schools? You've mentioned in our last interview that there are plans to build 5 new schools in Polokwane.
Look, in the 9,000 applications that we had, if all the learners that had applied are residing within Polokwane, we would have placed all of them. We know the issue of a shortage of infrastructure that we are attending to, but we are saying year in, year out, even if the applications are coming late, we do consider all the learners. There is no year that learners were not placed because of the shortage of school. But we are also saying that our schools here in the city are oversubscribed. Some of them we have given them mobile classrooms as a relief measure. We are saying we need to build more so that we get rid of learners who are in the mobile classes, and to give enough space, because you'll know that Polokwane is one city that is expanding very quick. We will need schools, and we have made a commitment that there will be 3 new schools and we'll upgrade 2, which makes 5 of the schools that we are still preparing to start with the construction in this current financial year.
Thank you very much, Mike Maringa, spokesperson, then a lady for the Education Department in Limpopo, saying that they've received more than 9,000 applications, mentioning as well that several grades have been affected by the shortage of space, saying indeed that Polokwane is grappling with a shortage of space and that they are working on a plan rather to increase capacity by constructing 5 new schools.